Hey everyone, it's been a little bit of time. I've been a little bit caught up in my grad program, and I've been battling a really tough flu for the past couple of weeks. But I'm feeling better today, and I wanted to do an update on my semaglutide journey. So I'm gonna start with just taking my shot, and I'll take you along in what kind of food I would normally eat for breakfast. It's not that exciting, but I definitely try to eat the same things every day, just so that I know that I'm hitting my protein goals and I'm eating things that my stomach can handle, and just kind of go down easy. But I'll start with my shot, and then I'll show you what I woke up for breakfast, and I'll get into some of my stats just a bit over 3 months into my journey. Okay, I just had to go to the grocery store quickly and pick up some stuff because I was out of yogurt and a few things for lunch that I'm planning on making. But I kind of wanted to show you something very typical that I would eat for breakfast. A lot of people might think this isn't a lot of food, but the reality is it's really hard to get a ton of food down when you're on this medication, and that's kind of the purpose for it. So this is something that I would have probably 5 times out of the week. So I have basically like a yogurt. So this is the coconut flavored Chobani yogurt, and I sprinkle it with some chia seeds and hemp hearts. So those are both really high in amino acids and like omega-3 fatty acids, which I try to supplement in my diet since I'm not eating a ton. And then the hemp hearts are really nice for texture because they're kind of like nutty and crunchy. So that's what I would eat. In addition to that, I would add something like a jammy egg, and I love these. So they're like 7 or 8 minute eggs. And then I just top it with some everything bagel seasoning. So I have pretty good focus on protein, and it's really easy to get down, especially first thing in the morning. I don't always eat perfectly. This is what I would love to start my day off with every day. The good thing about why my weight loss has been so successful is because I've used this medication to cut down on my portions. Like, it makes it impossible to eat a lot. So it's very much like if you were to get like a gastric bypass or a gastric sleeve. Your eating is really restricted, so even if you don't eat really healthfully, you will still lose weight if you are getting the effects of suppressed hunger. So it's just one of those things that, you know, you should focus on eating really well, because you don't want to get sick and you don't want to feel malnourished or, you know, start to get like any medical complications from not focusing on getting your vitamins and fatty acids and nutrients and high protein and, you know, fiber and all those things. But I don't always have the time to cook for myself, so I do eat out a lot. I will pick up food from stores, and I do go to restaurants, but that's a totally different challenge in it of itself, and I recommend not trying to go out to eat with people unless you don't mind telling them about what you're doing, because I've gone out to eat a few times with my friends and I've not been open about what I'm on. And it is a little bit strange when, you know, you've just taken your shot maybe a couple of days prior and you're going out to eat and you can only take like 5 bites of something and you're already full. So it's a little bit awkward, to say the least. But otherwise, the medication has definitely been working very well. And this is kind of just one thing that I will eat for breakfast that makes me feel full and makes me feel like I'm eating with healthfulness in mind. Weeks since I've started the injection, and I have lost 28 pounds. So just shy of 30, which would make it a little bit, or just about 2 pounds a week weight loss, which is amazing because I think I lost almost 9.5 pounds in the first 2.5 weeks. And then I really kind of got nervous because I didn't want to lose really rapidly, because I know it's not that good for you. And it's one of those things that I want to try to, you know, be sustainable for a long time, obviously. When I take the shot, which I do on a Wednesday, I don't feel hungry like for 2 to 3 days. And I don't mean like I don't want to eat at all. I do eat, but I don't have any cravings. I don't feel like I want to eat that much. I eat very small portions. I eat a few bites here and there, and I'll try to, at that point I have to sort of like force myself to remember to eat. So that's why I try to eat at home and try to do everything kind of like low key for the first 3-4 days of the shot. As I get closer to my next shot day, I end up noticing I'm getting a little bit more hungry, but I still can't eat that much. It's really weird. I just start to like food a little bit more in my mind. I'm like, oh, I could go for a little bit of like steak and potatoes or something. And then when I sit down to like eat my portion, like I can't eat half of it. So, the difference being just those first few days, I don't want food or don't crave food. And then the last few days I start to like crave some food, but I still can't eat a lot. The last couple of weeks I have plateaued a little bit. I don't think I've really lost any weight. If anything, I've lost like under half a pound, but I don't really like to count that because of how I fluctuate naturally with, depending on how much water I'm drinking. What I think I'm gonna focus on is starting to introduce exercise. I have gone on walks, but I really haven't done any high intensity cardio or any strength training. So my next goal will be to start riding my Peloton, maybe like 2-3 times a week, and doing some strength training a couple of times a week, because I do think that that's gonna help ramp up my weight loss with an additional focus on like super clean eating and high protein. But I've been really sick for the past couple of weeks, so it's been really hard to kind of get my head in the game, so to speak. Like I'm just like making my food and my nutrition second place to just trying to feel good and comfort myself. And a lot of that comes with just like, you know, me letting go of knowing what's right. Like I have been ordering takeout a little bit more, but I haven't gained anything. So I'm just taking this opportunity now to get my head back in the game and refocus and make sure that I'm eating really well. I don't think I've had weight loss this easy before in my life. I say easy like I still have to work at it, but I'm always losing and gaining the same 20 pounds. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, but like the number 20 is like the most that I can lose before I like start just gaining everything back. And it has been like that my whole life. I am a yo-yo dieter. So getting to, you know, almost 30 pounds at this point, I'm like a little bit nervous because I feel like it's so much, and people at work and my family have just been starting to comment just now on how different I look to them. So I know that those are like the bigger numbers where people are going to start to notice. So hopefully that's going to help motivate me a little bit more. Thank you for those of you who have started following along, and I'm really excited to continue the journey and hopefully bring some bigger numbers, hopefully break through the plateau and come back with some good news. So thank you for watching. And obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I know the medication is kind of scary for some people. I was so scared when I first started this. There are things that you can do to sort of prepare yourself for the journey. But if you're taking this medication and you're not really sure how you're supposed to feel, you know, let me know, because I've definitely gone through a whole boatload of experiences in the past several weeks, and learning like what's normal, what's not normal, and nothing bad has happened, but I've definitely gone through like phases of a couple of side effects, which were pretty minimal, but I know that sharing that kind of information can help alleviate some people's worry and discomfort. So yeah, I'll see you next week.